You know, there's something else I was thinking about and wanted to talk about because I have friends who are not new to fighting games, but they're very new to Street Fighter. They're used to 2D anime-styled fighters and sometimes even 3D, and they're not entirely sure how to get out of the lower ranks. I am not anywhere special when it comes to the rank pool. I'm Plat 2, okay? So I'm not super duper high rank. Maybe I don't have the best advice for you. But if I could give a couple of pointers. When I started, it put me in like silver or bronze. I think during the beta, it put me in bronze. And I had to work my way out of bronze. And I made it to platinum by the end of the beta. And I didn't play a lot of ranked, right? I just got to plat through win streak bonuses with Kimberly. And in the main game, I got Kimberly to platinum very quick. And it started me in gold. But with DJ, it started me in like silver or bronze. I don't remember. You guys can ask Captain Tank. He's in my chat. He remembers. So what I learned is that in the lower ranks, there's a lot of jumping and a lot of really just playing neutral with just special moves, right? And I'll tell you guys now, other than projectiles, most special moves at like block range are unsafe. Most of them, right? So if we set this bot to block, we'll just be Luke. I mean, we'll just be Ryu, right? So minus 11, minus 8, minus 5, right? So even the heavy Hasho, which look at the fucking wind up on that shit, was silver. Thank you, was silver. Even with the big wind up, right, is minus 5. Still punishable. You're gonna get a jab or a crouching jab, right? You're not gonna get anything super crazy, but you will get something. Block punishment is a little important, especially in the lower ranks. I think that remembering the block punish is really, really important, right? At least trying to check it with jab, right? If you see that something hits your shield or hits your block, my bad, sorry, smash brain rot for a second there, hits you, go ahead and go for a block punishment tool. Try your jab, try your crouching light kick, try your standing light kick. You know, maybe these reach a little further than your jab does. If you block headbutt, don't press. Sure. But if you're like stuck in that rank, you may as well try it. Give every special move that you block all the time and you never get a punish on, you get a counter hit. See if instead of getting a counter hit, you can get yourself a punish. Another thing that I've noticed is a lot of players don't know what their combos are. And what they do is they don't cash out on their light confirms, right? They get like a couple of light checks here and they don't do anything. I'm actually sick nasty if I had got that, by the way. Right? They're not confirming their lights into damage, right? I'm not super well versed with Ryu by any means, but understanding that off your lights, light chains together, you can almost always get a special move. Oops. You can almost always get a special move to confirm something and get some sort of a knockdown or get extra pressure and just kind of make your opponent more minus. Check them whenever you can hit them with a light. The next thing is AntiAirs. AntiAirs. When I watch low-level Street Fighter play, this is what I see. This is it. That's what I see for Battle Hub matches right now. Okay, we can do some Battle Hub matches after I'm gonna explain this. So, anti-airs are very important. Most characters usually have one or two very serviceable buttons that you can use for anti-airs. Ryu happens to have two pretty solid normals, right? He's got his standing heavy kick, he's got his crouching heavy punch, and of course, the Dragon Punch. Now, the Dragon Punch is a move that is hard to land for some people, right? Some people cannot do this command on reaction. They cannot see a jump and do this. And what I will tell you is, yes, you're watching my hands and you see me do it super fast. Don't feel intimidated. You know what you can do instead if you're not good at using your special move as an anti-air? Find your standing button that is an anti-air. Find your regular normal. Most characters will have at least one button that works very well as an anti-air. Ryu happens to have crouching heavy punch, which works great as an anti-air, and standing heavy kick from longer jump-in ranges, right? It's not universal. It's not something that you'll always get an anti-air with one or the other. You can be crossed up. The jump-in might hit too shallow, and your button will whiff. I'm sorry, did I say too shallow? Too deep, and your button will whiff, right? Like, if they're too far away, this might hit. This might whiff. But from further ranges, this way, right? Still covers basically the same range, like in the air above your head, but further, what's the word I'm looking for? Horizontally? further horizontally, right? We can even swap over to another character and show you guys another character, right? And something that I had to discover when I was trying to get better at playing Kimberly during the beta is I was like, man, Kimberly doesn't really have good anti-air buttons. Kind of sucks. Like, I was like, man, her anti-air buttons are so bad. Like, this is so stubby. I'm gonna be honest with you, this anti-air is actually godlike. I'm tripping balls. This anti-air is godlike. Not only does she have her crouching heavy punch, she has her standing heavy kick, which is also a pretty good anti-air, and she has Tatsu for super early anti-airs. Super early, you can call people out with this anti-air. It no longer has invul, but you can still use it as an anti-air button, right? So what we'll do right now, and I think this is the most important, is why I'm spending the longest time on it, right? I can show you the same things again here, right? Cash out your jabs. Cash out your jabs, super important. I don't remember what the first tip was. Probably because it wasn't that important, but cashing out jabs, super important. Hitting your anti-airs, super important, right? So let's go to anti-air practice, right? And this is a way that you can also practice your anti-airs no matter what character you are playing, right? Now Ryu will randomly jump at me. Oh wow, I called it out. That's crazy. Wow, I called it out again. That's sick. Oh, I missed, right? You're not gonna get every anti-air. Sometimes you'll whiff, you know? Boom, got him with another anti-air. Let's see if we can get a special move anti-air. Look at that, right? And that's cold hands. That's not playing, well, not cold hands, because it's 86 degrees inside of my apartment, but cold hands in the sense of I haven't played Kimberly in a few days. I have not been playing any Kimberly, but messing with mostly DJ and Ryu. But once you figure out your anti-air buttons, it's really good to just start calling out jumps and forcing your opponents to play that solid, grounded, footsie-based neutral game with you, right? If you're like, oh, these guys won't stop jumping and I can't stop them, there you go. Figure out your anti-airs, use them liberally, right? If you can't land your special move anti-air, use your regular normal anti-airs, and that's okay because at least you're getting damage and you're disincentivizing people from continuing to jump at you, because it's really important to stop people from jumping at you, punishing special moves that can be punished, at least trying to check them and figure out which ones can be punished, whether you use the lab to do it, training mode, or you figure it out in match, and cashing out off of your jabs. Cashing out off your jabs is some of the most important things you can do at low level, right? Because getting this compared to getting this is pretty big. That's that's 3 times more damage for just linking one more jab into a, oh god, linking one more jab into a special move, right? And that's just the ender of my choice. If you want to get a bigger ender, you can, right? If you want to learn how to cash out into stuff like this. Oops, I'm bad. I'm ass. I don't know how to do this. There we go. Fuck. I'm stupid. I can't do that. For some reason, my brain just doesn't work with drive rush off lights. I never do drive rush off lights. I do this. I do shit like this. But don't be me. You don't have to be me, right? What you're looking to do is get out of the low ranks. And to get out of the low ranks, you've got to know how to use the simple tools, because right now the simple tools are going to be the most effective. If you want me to give you a tip on how to beat drive impact, use more normals that can be drive impacted back off of. That's the only tip I can really give you for drive impact in the beginning, because it shouldn't be beating you as much as other things like people jumping at you and just playing special move neutral at you are going to be effective, especially in the lower ranks. Anyways, kind of tips, general tips for getting out of lower ranks, or maybe even getting out of a situation you feel like you're stuck in a rut, even if you're in the rank that you're fine with being in, whether you're an iron, gold, silver, bronze, or rookie. If you're fine with being there, but you just want to level up your game a little bit and you haven't implemented these things, think about them and feel free to, because they are some of the most important things for getting better at a basic level of Street Fighter with every character in the game. Anyways, this has been Beanie Thuggish, coming at you with a small little talk segment about maybe how to get out of the rank you're stuck in if you're lower ranked than Platinum. I can't help you if you're above Platinum. Go watch someone else. They're probably better at the game. Signing out and saying peace.